place against Saracens in next Saturday's Twickenham final awaits. Simmons gathers on the run at full tilt. Sends it down the throat of his opposite man, Dan Biggar. Nairavoro is launched early. Slips through the tackle of Matt Kvesic. And here's Moon feeding it back for Collins. Saints will want to play with real tempo, real urgency. And try and avoid too much in the way of set-piece activity as Reinach goes on a little dart. Picked up by Ratuni Urawa. Francis goes wide. Here's Hutchinson over the top for Ludlam in the outside channel, where Cuthbert is there to meet him.
No, Exeter, no, Exeter, no.
Painter, one of those drafted in today, and then that's gone forwards from Moon. Gain themselves field position. Well, that's a decent nudge from the Saints first up. It's a scrambled affair.
Same
as well. No penalty forthcoming. It's played off the base, and Devoto feeds Simmons. This is Noel slipping around the outside. Jack Noel. Ball turned over. A loose pass hands Saints possession. Collins caught by Williams, and Ewers is there to help out as well. Northampton deep inside their 22. And Hutchinson feeds it on wide. That looked forward with a Northampton feed, and it's straight in, straight out. Harrison sends it on its way. Reinach. Just one of their many sparks this season. Probably the chief spark, though.
No more now, Chiefs.
This is where the Saints need to be good, Ali. 50-50s in the air. Put the box kick up. The Flaherty's not the biggest guy receiving it. Put him under a lot of pressure.
Thank you.
Up she goes from Reinach. O'Flaherty has gone forwards, I believe. Okay, backwards off Saints, allegedly. This is Ewers. White to the short side. O'Flaherty preferred to Ollie Woodburn this week.
Off a foot, play on.
And it's booted via Moon, and now back with Northampton, and Hutchinson attacking and exploding into the space. Well handled by Devoto. Gets back and makes a second tackle. Nairavoro brought down. Penalty.
Francis on the far side. Ratuni Urawa as well. Unable to shift the big Exeter back rower.
Slade with an acute angle. Yendall to Hill. White feeds Kvesic. Onwards to Ewers, barrelling forwards, brought down by Biggar. Thunderous collision in the midfield. Devoto, Simmons, Cuthbert looking for work. Yendall again, quick transfer to Kvesic.
Let go and move one.
Always trying to move that point of attack, even if it's by a yard or two. Noel helping out with the clear out. Ewers again, who's already done a lot of carrying. Keeps it alive, but it's tidied here by Simmons, and then Dave Dennis, who had a storming game last week. Ewers this time upended. Great defensive work here from Saints, but they have to be on the money once more. Cuthbert racing forwards. Yendall. Brought down by Moon. Simmons. Slade. Sizing things up. Looking for the outside arc. Biggar brings him down. Nairavoro looks like he might have hurt himself in the process of that.
He was vital. You could see what Slade was trying to do, get the ball out the back door, through the gap between the two defenders.
Simmons goes wide, floated well over the top. Lovely pickup.
No, okay, ball exposed, play on, ball exposed.
But it's there to be won for Northampton, and they're scavenging for all they're worth. Chiefs have done enough. Armand.
So knock-on advantage by 8, White.
Cuthbert getting involved a lot already, isn't he? All over the field.
Advantage over.
Another little pop pass for Dave Dennis, who
Stay down too, thank you.
Fired himself all the way through the hole last week. Devoto for Slade. Harry Williams chuntering in that 5-metre channel. Probably not looking for the outside arc. Kvesic provides the target again. Devoto, the man left out. Simmons with the dummy, darts back in field. Pressure coming thick and fast at the moment on the Northampton Saints defence. This is O'Flaherty. Well held and held up in the maul. The choke tackle has done the job for Northampton.
Wrapped up.
Look at it. Demands adventure. They know they'll have to split their time appropriately here this afternoon. Ryanak tries to offload. That's with both hands, as Chiefs will hope to do here. Getting the scrum moving. They've got the penalty. And this has been a policy for much of the season for the Chiefs, Ben, hasn't it? There are points on offer, but they want more than 3.
Absolutely, and it's just that mindset and game plan.
Yeah, it's not always an offence to go backwards, is it? This is Ewers on the march for Exeter. They're within 4 metres, and we know how effective they are from this range. Second nature to them. Asking big questions of the Saints defence. Ewers!
Looks short to me.
Matthew Carley unsighted last week up against Moon, Yendall and Williams, and the pressure coming on now.
Great shot from the Saints. Now it comes back.
Northampton win.
Those nerves that we saw from them 3 weeks ago start to just slowly find and percolate their way back into the brains of a lot of these players.
A part of it is trying to change the psychology of the referee. That
Fish, oh dear, over the top, and Williams gathered it in, and Chiefs have something of a bonus. Slade for O'Flaherty. Clawed down by Collins, but they're deep inside the 22 again. Yendall's held. Harrison smothering him, White to the short side. Slade. No way through Francis.
He's off his feet, let it go now. No, it's a tackle, now let him go.
Harrison, oh, he thought he got the turnover, just stayed in at a fraction.
line out, we'll get another outing. It's so well drilled early here.
All right, Chiefs. They tend to be ruthless from this sort of phase, from this kind of position.
Just wonder whether it was a knock-on. Referee's asked TMO to have a look.
Can't tell.
He's going backwards, bounce forwards.
Out it comes from White.
Went backwards, bounce
Ewers
forward.
again, buffeted by the tackles. Dennis. Stopped at source. Chiefs reassembling. Armand, the latest, sent into those red and white shirts. Quick recycling. Again, it's Ewers. Again, though, the tackles piling in. Ludlam at the forefront of the defensive effort. Slade now digs it through, and it's gathered in by Tuala. And he's seemingly on, possibly even behind.
Short of the try line. How do they restart the match? It's a nice little kick in behind, but Tuala read it very, very well. As he goes down, what happens? Oh, just gets a knee in the side of the head, doesn't he?
Knee from Cuthbert.
He's short of the line, and the referee stopped the game, so you'd have thought it'd be a Northampton scrum 5 metres out.
Over there.
It's a lovely little probing kick, isn't it?
We check with the team.
Could be an option when it comes to replacement. So yet again,
Use it!
a whole pile of pressure on the Saints pack. It's away for Devoto, very nearly sliding through. Bigger clings on,
Step back 11, thank you.
and once more the Chiefs are within sight. Dennis, Williams shut down, but rolling and scoring. All that weight, all that pressure, all that time.
So the Exeter power.
Jack Knoll running into a brick wall this time around. Alex Moon only made his first Premiership start back in November. It's become something of a fixture in the second row for Saints. One of those youngsters that Chris Boyd has put an awful lot of faith in and has broadly been extremely well rewarded.
Use it!
Tuala waiting. It's bounced off his chest. Big pressure from O'Flaherty.
Can't deal with it.
over 15.
Yandel, oh, the ball has been stolen. It's untidy, but Ratuni Arawa feeds Collins, who's working some kind of miracle with his feet to stay out of trouble.
No, five, no more. Use it.
Williams making a menace of himself.
Cobus.
And Reinach is told to crack on. That's gone right up in the air. He's got directly underneath it. It's been missed by Bigger, and the Chiefs have it. Black shirts beginning to swarm.
I don't think it was missed by Bigger. I think it was brilliantly pinched out of his grasp by O'Flaherty.
White a little surprised. Simmons, a floated ball, and now a little burst from Moon.
They're all offside there, Matt. Midfield.
Dennis.
Setting up offside.
Penalty offside.
And Northampton
Penalty advantage.
breaching the offside line, so the advantage with Exeter, and again it's Devoto. Slade, physical.
That's a maul.
Full of running and being driven on towards the 22.
Offside.
A little bit further out, and just an opportunity to really hammer home the
Defending line-outs deep inside their 22. Yandel, again, not clinical. It's been knocked forwards, though, by Van Veek as he piled through. And Devoto again causing all kinds of trouble with those hard lines of running. Nick White
Advantage over for the
brought to
knock-on.
ground. Simmons is there in position. O'Flaherty, little show of the ball, sets off himself. Noel for White. And Dennis. And Kibesic. Brought down this time by Ratuni Yarawa. Devoto holds it back beautifully. Simmons throws the dummy. That is glorious. Simple and glorious. Sometimes the Chiefs just make it look too easy. Celebration and indeed the future of the Exeter Chiefs.
Refocus their defensive structure.
It's already looking like a long way back. Arching his back is Dennis.
Use it!
Nick White's sent.
Exeter's 22. They're yet to get inside. Opportunity to launch a play to get there.
It's gone for.
Try and bring Iovoro forward, and then Noel put the
Got
ball
to use
through.
that 'cause
Cook
it's going
looks really
sideways. Ball
flat.
came out.
If the ball comes out the scrum, that is.
No, Timmer, no. 8. It's already a ruck. Already
Harrison
a ruck.
has to back
He
off.
won't. He'll let you go now.
Good scrum from the Saints. It's one area that is really improved from last week.
We're trying to have a word with Matt Ferguson, the scrum coach, in just a minute or two from the Northampton Saints. See where this play takes the Chiefs.
Right. That's one more.
Almost certainly to
Use
the air.
it.
And the interminable caterpillar continues. This time White
Straight out again.
measures it up, and exactly the same result. So Northampton will have a line out, which Tuala's quite.
Ball up as cheaply as we're doing, and that's causing us to defend even longer.
Yeah, and now there's 2 line-outs just on the 22, and they've not gone your way. Can we briefly
That's a
mention
good
the
turnover.
changes
No,
you
let it
made?
go. No, let it
Obviously,
go.
much
If you're
chatter
not
around
going
your front row. It's heavier, it's bigger. You've got
Like that.
Matt, thanks.
Harrison in at scrum halfway to latch on the ball.
More.
Taken in by Moon, and the ball looks
round the
good, it
side.
looks strong, it looks
freebie.
powerful.
Penalty advantage.
Takes the advantage, the ball's collapsed. Reinach tries to pop it to Naravoro, who's driven back.
Stay back.
Painter, heaviest man in the squad at 20 and a half stone. Reinach again for
Still
Harrison.
got your advantage.
Slips through Simmons. They're being forced back at the moment. And Hutchinson is
Still on
caught.
advantage.
Over the top goes Kivesic, and back we go for the penalty.
Moore was
You can just take the
Good.
line out if you want.
after the line out. Referee just telling Bigger
Line
that
out.
because it was a penalty direct from a line out drive, they don't have to go through the rigmarole of kicking to
Numbers.
touch.
Off the line,
But there
please,
was
guys.
the great little spin from the Saints.
6 or 7.
Actually, that's pulled down.
6.
Double jeopardy there. Courtney Lawes pulled down by one of the Exeter players after the penalty already given.
Fish and Moon combining, and again the same picture with a meaty drive forthcoming. Fish to the line. James Fish for Northampton, and they have a lifeline after absorbing so much of the Exeter heat. They've got one back.
On O'Flaherty's side, now they go forward. That's O'Flaherty coming in at the side. It's him who actually makes
the ball carrier.
So Chiefs down to 14, O'Flaherty in the bin, and also
maybe with a winger than some of the players closer in.
Well, he's inscrutable, Chris Boyd. You really can't tell what's going on the inside, but he will be delighted that they now have a foothold. Dan Biggar will be pleased he didn't have to knock over a potentially testing conversion. And here is Biggar. Really get a hold of that either. It might work out. It's brilliantly gathered by Collins, and Collins is setting off. Shadow boxing with Noel. Got the ball away somehow or other to Tuala. Support is there. Clever bit of work from Tuala. Reinach now inside the 22. What an extraordinary bit of work from Collins that was. Taken up by Ratuna Yarawa. Saints with their tails up now. Biggar going cross-field, looking to pick out Nairavoro. He's got it. Slades onto him. And he's being manhandled to the ground by Cuthbert. Quick ball is interesting, though, for Northampton. Van Veek is bundled.
Off the ball,
and it's Chiefs
still
who are having to dig into the well on defensive detail. Hutchinson. Good line speed from those in black. Collins cutting a nice line. Hutchinson on the loop. Hangs on to it. Tuala! Incredible!
Yeah, looks good. Well done, looks good.
Hutchinson somehow got it away. And the Saints from 14-0
How much he's worked on the skills of this Northampton team. First Collins in the air, a poor kick, but it's never a poor kick if the chase is good. Noel does really well not to bite in on the tackle initially, but then out the back door to Tuala. They then spread wide with the crossfield kick, and as they come back, have a look at this lovely ball on the straightening Collins. He waits for the second player to bite in, throws it out the back door. It's getting away from Hutchinson, and somehow he manages to not only gather the ball but out of the back of his hands to Tuala. A poor kick, but it's never a poor kick if the chase is good. Noel does really well not to bite in on the tackle initially, but then out the back door to Tuala. They then spread wide.
And Nick made a tough decision over 17 bottles of Malbec.
It's all about the commentary for Mullins. That was well.
You discipline off line breaks.
But it's the line that Collins takes that pulls in the two defenders. Yes, the offloads were amazing, but it's a really clever line when all your defence in front of you is drifting.
Let's be careful with our discipline because another player will leave the field.
Quite special potentially. Now they have to go again. But with the man advantage still, Courtney Lawes has it. Working hard to get beyond the gain line. He wasn't held. Here's Lewis Ludlam. Another of those who's had a lot of game time and a lot of outstanding performances this season. Slade really swiftly up in the line. Spread wide for Collins.
What a great read defensively from Slade. Just completely put Northampton.
Looked like 3 or 4 of the Exeter players.
As a means of re-energising Exeter, and now it's their line out that's gone awry, and Reinach's onto it. This guy will have the largest of targets on his back and indeed his front after last week's exploits. Ludlam battling beyond the 22.
Okay, he's pinned. Thank you, Don. Use it.
If you're hearing the occasional fuzz, by the way, that's the ref mic, which we're having 1 or 2 problems with.
It's Harry Chest, is it?
Taken in. Use it. Saints. Yes.
Reinach. Good chase on here from Francis. Cuthbert and Noel in the mix. It's gone forwards from Exeter. Chance to counter for the Chiefs number 8 here as Bigger fires it on its way. And Hutchinson for Tuala. They're using Collins well. Real consistency across that back line in the last few weeks for Northampton. It's allowed a much greater fluency to their game. That was an excellent transfer to Harrison. Ludlam running into Ewers.
They've become a team that threatens you perhaps most when you have got a man in the bin, because they play wide. They can take easy meters.
Stick out the scrum into the front line. They've got 5 guys now. And he's there to get over the ball.
Ball was out, play on.
Reinach to the rescue. Harrison is there. Bigger inside ball for Ludlam, clattered. They read that so well. Johnny Hill and Nick White as Aaron Painter sets off and slips it away. And Fish has found Hutchinson.
Touch first.
And touch is found.
How about the nice hands from Painter?
Great opportunity here with 90 seconds left of this first half. Reinach to Hutchinson, who is clobbered in the tackle. Reinach holds it back again and Laws comes marching forwards. Reinach again gathering, looking to go through the middle of the ruck.
Well, if they can leave the red zone with some points now, it'll be a really good fight back from the Saints. Starting to work for them when Reinach runs from the base, slows down the line speed of the Chiefs on those big one-off tackles. It's a big defensive set now for the Chiefs.
Bigger back in the pocket, looking for the drop goal, clips it forwards and wide. Important game day. Chris Boyd's had a haircut. That's the gauge. Gathered by Tuala of Flaherty coming flying forwards.
No change of line.
Taken on now by Ratuni Yarawa. Maybe there will be one last shot for Northampton. Laws.
Thank you.
Onwards from Bigger to Ludlam. Better in the carry this time from Ludlam.
From Kovacic, doesn't quite get
You've got the ball tracked, you pulled him to
the
ground.
turnover.
Thank you, Laurie.
Bigger. Hutchinson. Again, the early read by Slade. Turning him back into the traffic. He's staying strong though.
A penalty only slipped over.
Nairavoro gets the ball away for Harrison. With the advantage here, Northampton. Reinach for Bigger. Van Veek. Bigger being held down by Johnny Hill for an extra moment or two. Little slip from Hutchinson. Oh, that's magnificent. Oh! How has that happened? From Combs upon us. Hutchinson's lovely little show and go ends up with nothing.
Well, the one person Saints would have wanted on the end of this.
Minutes then from Twickenham. Or will it be the Exeter Chiefs for a 4th time in a row? No changes made to either side, and a reminder that a week ago at half-time it was 21 points apiece, and Exeter pulled clear. 19 unanswered points in the second half to bury the Saints. Here's Reinach, who will be English coach. Was Sam Vesti. That's not even close to being straight from Yendall. Northampton have it, and Ludlam is wrestling up to halfway. And this is Ratuni Yarawa. Fijian beginning to stretch his legs. Bigger.
Ball was out.
Nairavoro. Contained. Harrison.
Not held, play on.
Goes again. Reinach, Hutchinson, Francis, lovely bit of handling here, and Nairavoro's breaking free. The inside ball is good. Reinach is away, shut down by Slade. Alarm bells ringing again for Exeter. Northampton have come out firing in this second half. Van Veek thinks about the long floated missed pass and decides otherwise. Tuala, change of attack from Bigger, back to the traffic. Moon, route 1 into Hill. Kovacic going low. Bigger. No look pass for Francis, who is clobbered in the tackle. Dave Dennis does hit hard.
Thank you.
Bigger. Hutchinson Little stop and go, only he couldn't get going.
Ball's there, it's available.
Moon for Ratuniarawa. Most phases they've been through so far today. Into double figures. Bigger across the face of the defence. It's too low. It's coughed up by Laws. And Exeter have it. And that is pure Saracens from Exeter. They've absorbed the pressure. They've regained possession and they've thumped it away downfield. But Naira Voro now is taking on all comers. Armand equal to the task.
Ball's out.
Slade had the chance to throw it.
That's the old line out. Nick White is ending up being flattened by Ludlam. This is Harry Williams. Opened Exeter's account. Offside from Northampton. Penalty coming Exeter's way.
Offside.
So earlier in the game.
Well, that ball secured by Matt Kovacic. And now they look to have their drive well set. In comes O'Flaherty to help out. Inching forwards.
Has to go.
Stay on.
They've done well, Saints, to stem the flow, and Ryanak is making the tackle on White now. But they're within 4 metres, and they're keeping it close. It's there now for Ewers. Again driven back from the line. But this relentless march continues. Black shirt after black shirt, gathering around the ball. Taken up now by Moon.
All the way!
It's that priceless last 30 centimetres or so. They're over the line now. Matt Carley trying to work himself into position.
Stay behind the line! Release Black and White!
Northampton doing everything possible, but they cannot withstand the barrage. Try awarded.
About prosaic. My dad was a tiler.
Looks good. Yeah. Flipped on its way. But the turnover 60 metres out. And ultimately the ruthlessness which has served Exeter so well through the course of this campaign.
Inside.
Serving up their third try of the
Use
afternoon.
it! Knock-on advantage.
Coming in, it's gone forwards. Ewers is battering his way into Naira Voro.
Advantage over.
Quick ball here for Hill. Simmons. Devoto. Liking the space he's being afforded, and Slade also. Noel. Keen to muscle his way in on the action. Simmons for Moon. Keeps it alive. O'Flaherty straightens straight through the hole. A lightning break from O'Flaherty. He's gone round bigger. Can he get all the way? Oh my goodness, he can. A solo spectacular from Tom O'Flaherty.
Well, big moments in big games. And a negative one for Saints turned into a huge positive for the Chiefs. They needed to secure their own. They go wide, and as they come back, O'Flaherty, the little step, goes to the gas. And then it's all about the arc of his line and the speed to cut 2 defenders and hitch kick his way through the despairing grasp of Francis. That is a sensational individual score.
That's a try that gets you into the final, isn't it? What a finish from O'Flaherty. His pace to accelerate out of the arc and get away from for a very long time.
He has made it count. Wonderful score. Woodburn's quality to one side and say no. O'Flaherty's my man this week. Williams has come off. And Thomas Francis therefore is on for the Exeter Chiefs. O'Flaherty on the ball again. Dave Ewers drawing the man. Brought down by Laws. But yet again Exeter on the back foot. 16 points down.
Yeah, ball's out.
White. Naira Voro watching carefully, takes it nicely. To the short side, Collins, Fish.
Done well there, Fish, to stay on the field of play. So easily could have been run out.
Bigger. Caught by Dennis on the 10-metre line.
No.
There's Van Beek. Approaching the... Well, we're at the 50-minute mark, which is sort of time when Chris Boyd suggested in midweek he might think about making some changes. We mentioned the 6-2 split on the Saints bench. Jamie Gibson and Tom Wood, David Ribbons amongst those who will be able to add value, you feel, for the last half hour or so.
They're just starting again to lose those collisions, and Gibson certainly would add to that, as would Ribbons.
Francis has found Ludlam with a lovely floated ball. The counter-rocking is strong here from the Chiefs.
No.
Cuthbert causing trouble. Naira set free. And he's launched the ball in the direction of Jack Knoll. Knoll in broken field. Dangerous business.
Advantage over.
Still not held. White. Cuthbert. Against the grain, and power in the tackle over the 10-metre line, brought down by Hutchinson. White is there.
Play on.
Devoto. Saints all over the place at the moment, and they've knocked the ball on. So the Chiefs will have the scrum.
It's a forward pass.
I'm not sure Cuthbert could the Exeter Chiefs sort of just opened up for him, didn't it? He kicked out of it, and when he got free, he's looking for a bit of support. They all hang off him, he takes the metres. White does really well to keep the move alive, but it's just that step back on Ludlam, and then spins out, and then no one went to him.
Forward pass first, then a knock on.
And Hutchinson doesn't compete in the ruck. If he goes over the ball there, they don't recycle. They've got to start slowing down this Chiefs ball if they want any chance of getting back into this game.
And we've got an all-new front row for the Chiefs now, with
first,
Moon
then a
and
knock
Yendall
on.
also
So it's the same scrum.
going off to join Harry Williams. We've got Hepburn,
Inside
Cowan,
the
Francis
22,
in the front
clearly,
row
guys,
now
let's
for
move
Exeter.
New personnel, you've seen the
Moon
standard.
and Ratuni Arawa also replaced. Jamie Gibson is on, meaning that Laws will move into the second row.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Again, straight out from Saints. Not using it as any other vehicle than a restart.
Tackle
The
move!
scrummage. Bigger is well held. Harrison. Fighting beyond contact always, isn't he, Timana Harrison?
It's inside, always inside.
Bigger.
Just wait. Wait, thank you.
Noel underneath this. Acres of green in front of him. Bringing in Cuthbert.
Thank you, Seven.
Hepburn. Real dynamism in the carry.
That's now a tackle off the ball. Okay, he released and
Ball
went
has been
back on.
stripped and
Play on.
Ludlam has it.
Turnover good.
Bigger. Francis. Huge ball to Hutchinson. Smuggles it away. Gibson drives forwards. Fish. And, that's gone to nobody in particular. Hutchinson to Tuala. They are playing with fire here, Northampton. Collins is buried deep inside the 22.
Off the ball, Matthew, by Black when they appealed. Penalty only.
Penalty
Tackle
only, tackle off the ball.
The assistance
Numbers?
for Matthew Carley coming from our TMO Rowan kit.
Did he? Hang on. Yeah.
Spot that, Ben?
No, but it was loose by the Saints, wasn't it? Just
Hang on,
Stage.
Dan.
You just feel that the gears
Okay, after the kick.
are going upwards
Yeah.
from Exeter. I don't seem to have too many
I
answers
thought he
at the
went
moment,
like
Northampton.
back on the ball. I thought he released and went back on.
We'll give them
Numbers?
a little bit more athleticism. Ribbons as well.
Okay, no problem.
Ribbons is the man to organise
Exeter
it.
one. 4.
So Dave Dennis has come off, replaced by Sam Skinner.
Just the line,
Another
please,
excellent
Alex.
showing from Dennis. And Van Veek and Painter making way for Paul Hill and Alex Waller. Fish feeding Nairavoro. What can the Saints do from this promising field position? Need something, and they need it quickly.
Play on.
Reinach's been half caught.
Off the ball, you're off your feet. No.
And it's there for Exeter. Another vital turnover. Cowan-Dickey now.
No, you backed out. You backed out.
White. Trying to suck in those defenders.
Just watch them, please. Release and move. Don't place it into him. Johnny, wait to be put on. 8, stop. Thank you. Now you're good.
Collins fielding in the deep. Bundled by O'Flaherty and Kovacic. Saints need to wake up and see where the ball is. Here's Ludlam, but they're well behind the gain line. Reinach, Bigger, Hutchinson. Oh, lovely bit of work here from Collins. Tucks it over the head of Simmons. Collins chasing hard. Simmons gets a finger on it, and Noel is back there.
Take it in, take it in.
Jack Noel will take on Reinach. Brought down by the tap tackle.
Release him. No hands. 6. No hands.
Kovacic driven back, and Northampton having to raise their game here. They know
Now use your feet.
we are
Use
right
it.
in the heart of matters.
No, not yet.
Next score, utterly pivotal. And Nick White fires it out of immediate danger.
Dying on it there, Nick White. He's probably saved his team because a free run to the line. And Collins might have won the race against Simmons.
New scrum half for Northampton. Mitchell has replaced Reinach, and Nairavoro is up to the 22. Mitchell for Fish. Harrison. They call him the Cobra, don't they? Spitting his way through the contact point. Tuala, ball is loose. Gibson.
I'm on side, I haven't got a knock on, so play on.
I'm checking.
Lost forwards.
Nothing clear for the original one.
Okay, we've got a knock on versus Saints.
Ewers striding forwards, brought down by Gibson. Quick transfer to Cowan-Dickey. Chiefs warming to their theme here. Eager to deliver the killer blow. Devoto taking on Nairavoro. Slade now. Easing forwards.
No, T.
White.
Thank you.
Kovacic. Hepburn.
Tackle off the ball
Just
by
enough
Northampton
bodies in the
18.
way for Northampton at the moment. For how long can they hold?
Penalty.
White keeping the tempo high. Devoto dragged down, and the penalty is Exeter.
Has overtaken Cowan-Dickey as potential
then,
for
guys.
England
We'll
in
put
number
time
2.
back
But I
on.
think
No
what you
rush.
saw there
No
is
rush.
how good Cowan-Dickey is as an impact player. He makes the massive hit on Courtney Laws. That's very, very powerful, useful off the bench.
And he's found Kovacic with his line out.
Still the
And
same
the Chiefs are going to work
That's
now.
once.
Great defence. Laws there, lies on top of the ball. It just split.
Long-term future.
Okay, new personnel, we have the same standard. We've seen it, okay? It'll be slow and deliberate.
Lewis Ludlam has run his race this afternoon as well now. So on the hour mark, Tom Wood.
Exactly how much Courtney Laws is worth if he's worth his weight in gold. Currently 32
17
pounds per gram.
pre-engage.
Let's say he's 100 kilos, so it's about 320 grand. I think it's worth more than that. Well, yeah, I'd say so.
So Ali was right.
Yeah,
His weight in gold.
yeah, absolutely. I was just affirming what he said.
Henry Slade is coming off. He was just stretching off a little while ago.
Stretching again, isn't he? Brad Barrett obviously leading the first semi-final. What looked like a more serious hamstring injury. The last thing that the Chiefs want is their own centre with the same problem.
Back, Tom. Thank
They
you.
want him fit and available for next Saturday if that's their assignment. Sam Hill on in his place. Collins does well under the high ball. Kovacic latched over it.
Hold.
Mitchell for Davidjuk, who's on loan from Coventry. Former Gloucester man, of course. This is Mitchell. Real spark to his game this season.
No, step back.
Tuala for Ribbons. Mitchell quickly to his feet. Bigger.
Just wait, 22,
lying
thank
deeper.
you.
Sending it away for Hutchinson. He hasn't made his last. Off to play rugby league, of course, with the Warrington Wolves.
Luke in the middle.
Long time served with the club.
Stop, top, subs.
He's been a terrific player across the years, at his best. Truly international quality. And a big cheer for a very important face in these parts. Sam Simmons is on, and the cheer you feel just as big for Dave Ewers, who's had a pretty mammoth hour or so. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? Really putting it about from the first minute. Taken in by Skinner of Exeter, and Kovacic is held on halfway. This is Hill. Simmons. Cuthbert bouncing through Hutchinson. Gibson rushing out of the line. A little sniff of an intercept. Tom Wood first off the blocks here as well. Some of the Sandy Park faithful aren't necessarily agreeing that the line speed is legal. Out they come once more. Francis is on the ball. Simmons. Noel. Trying to straighten. Gibson has his number. Kovacic. Simmons. Hill bustling forwards. Altogether a different kind of threat to Henry Slade. Powerful, squat, hard to bring down. Simmons. Devoto, who's been outstanding today, pops it off the ground. O'Flaherty, scorer of that wonderful try.
Off speed, let it go. Thank you, Paul.
Noel. Oh, he's got through Collins. Pops it up for Hill. Noel for Hepburn. Held by Harrison, but driven to the ground. They've got the advantage here, Exeter. Opportunities everywhere.
Just the penalty, went shoulder up onto the net.
A little bit.
Looks like they go into the corner again. They really do back themselves, don't they, the Chiefs?
All the way through. I mean, it took a very long time, didn't it, for them to even have a shot at goal this season. We were well in 8 o'clock Wednesday, BT Sport. Is this where Exeter kill off the Northampton Saints? Sam Skinner secures the line-out ball. The driving work is well underway. It's there for White.
They've got a freebie, the Chiefs, as well. Harm out advantage.
Penalty advantage.
And from close range they burrow.
Release!
Kovacic launched. Cowan Dickey over the line but held.
Held up, then he rolled.
And some desperate defending here from the Saints right now. It's do or die.
Big moment, a huge turnover. Courtney Laws to come to the fore at this line-out drive and try and get through.
Northampton, all kinds of difficulty. Sam Simmons, this time launched highest. It's a little more ordered and a little more structured this time around from the Exeter Chiefs. Simmons is there in the thick of things. Saints defenders splintering inch by inch. The Chiefs make ground. It's gone forwards.
Must appear immediately. Fine.
It's a free kick here for the Chiefs. Early engagement. Nick White screaming at his men. We'll hang on this right here, right now. This has to be
Time off.
a monstrous scrum from Northampton.
Just a pair of you.
If they're to keep any kind of hopes
It's
alive.
quite clear what I just said. Please respect the space, because this side is fine, and we've had a free kick against both of you, and then you both just pre-engaged immediately at the next scrum. Control the space and take your time. Okay?
In it goes. Big shove. Straight out. White is caught by Mitchell.
Penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage being played, and Alex Waller's been penalised yet again. Playing with freedom and a free shot here, Exeter. Picked up by Hepburn. White, waiting for options, waiting for runners. Johnny Hill is one of them.
Still advantage.
Closer and closer they go. The black machine in all its glory, rumbling forwards. They're close, agonisingly close. One more surge might send them to Twickenham. They go beyond the line.
Behind the line, behind the line. No, ball's not out.
Simmons waits over the ball, drives over the top of the bodies, and he's thwarted.
So from that point of view, it's a try.
Okay, try awarded. It's got a picture of the ball on the line, so it's a try.
That's it. That's probably the score that seals the day. Suffered in September all the way back in round 5.
It's Sarries.
Flatty coming absolutely flying through. Whipped off the base by Jack Maunder, who's come onto the field at 9 for the Chiefs. Skinner for Kovacic. A bit of fancy footwork from the number 8.
You're off your feet, let it go.
Maunder having to wrestle with it. Simmons for Hill. Maunder. Hill. Hepburn. Well held this time by Ribbons.
21 stop.
Simmons had enough of playing behind his 10-metre line. Back goes Burrell. Tricky bounce. He's onto it. And handing it to Wood, who's enveloped immediately by Ollie Devoto. And the penalty is Exeter's. Everything going their way.
Well, forcing the tackle, forcing the turnover.
On comes Gareth Steenson. And significantly off goes Tom O'Flaherty. A day that will live long in his memory.
Back, Jack Noel onto the left wing, replacing O'Flaherty.
Here's Sam Simmons with that trademark explosive turn. Maunder for Cowan-Dickey. And the quality of those they've been able to call upon from the bench really significant as well. Cowan-Dickey, international. Hepburn, international. Francis, international. Front row power to burn, and some extra bustle from Sam Hill as well.
Ball's there, let it come.
Through the middle they go. Strong work from Hepburn. Was that little knock forward from Simmons? It was. Just a little overexcited as he tore through.
Just a small knock on. Ready, hold it, don't go around the outside.
Away from the base quickly from Harrison.
Off feet, off feet.
Mitchell for Ribbons.
Off feet, Don, off feet, let it go.
Collins. Swallowed up by Devoto. Quick transfer for Wood, but it went forwards. And Hill brings in Simmons, sends it wide to Steenson, attacks the line, threads it through. Cuthbert racing after it. It's sitting up, and it's been gathered in by Mitchell. That surely went forwards to Burrell. Play on, they say.
Yeah, it was a forward pass.
Forward pass.
Again. And then as soon as they turn it over, chip through, turn Northampton. Really good recovery at the back from Mitchell. The pass, Burrell just drifting in front of his man.
the scoreline and the crushing disappointment they will all feel. A smart director of rugby, clear direction of travel.
It's huge. Just the fatigue that it's caused for Northampton
that cost them, as opposed to a lack of dimensions to their game. It will be fascinating to see how it plays out.
Out you come, Courtney. Don't
They
move,
will come brimful of confidence, having topped the table at the end of the regular season for the second successive campaign. A hatful of points. Almost all their frontline players fit.
Ball is available. Thank you.
Last couple of minutes to close things out here. And they are miserly. They will not want
Not on the ball.
Saints getting another sniff of possession. Johnny Hill.
Step back, keep going. Thank you, Tom.
Armand. Tackled well by Waller.
That's a tackle, move away!
Last few moments of professional rugby union for Luther Burrell. To the short side go the Chiefs. They would like to finish with a flourish.
Let it go, you're off your feet!
Hepburn. Denied. Maunder in to shield the ball. Cowan-Dickey has Simmons riding alongside him.
Ball available.
Armand, still Armand, burrowing forwards, looking for number 6. Time for our man of the match, Ben.
Oh, it's tough. It's been such a complete team performance.
Yes, it was a
working together.
Come in after it's gone on the floor and then trapped
I think
it.
Joe Simmons has been brilliant. Hampton, our Gallagher Premiership man of the match, Matt Kovacic, both in attack and defence, as that link player, making turnovers, making tackles, leading the line speed, has been outstanding.
He's had an extraordinary season, and he might help cap the Chiefs' day as he controls at the base. And Sam Hill is sent on his way, and Exeter are sent on their way, all the way to Twickenham. Finishing with a bang, finishing with a 6th try, and Exeter, once again Exeter, for a 4th year running, are Gallagher Premiership finalists.
Oh, this is Sam Hill all over, isn't it? Off the base of the scrum, one-on-one, bounces one, and then just allows everyone else to bind on him and drive him over. Brilliant from Cuthbert. Holds him.
Victory with a brilliant second half. Today, a 30-point gap, sealing the Chiefs' place in the final against Saracens.